What you really need to ask, here's the real question, is honestly this. Ask how much grace is poured upon the church. And then I can ask how much grace is poured upon your church. Do you understand? See, grace is something that isn't measurable. See, if you measure spirituality by numbers, how many people that I've brought to the Lord through evangelism, is that my spirituality? How often I pray through the day, how many minutes, how many hours, how many days I pray, how often I read my scripture, how much I spend in time in study, all those are measurable. Do you understand? And grace says this, there is no measure. Because grace isn't me doing something, grace is what God has done. And if you can measure grace, then guess what happens? You don't understand grace then. Because grace is immeasurable. And so what happens is this, when you ask about how much grace is poured upon the church, ask this, how much grace is poured upon my life? And I can ask how much grace is poured upon your life. And eventually, guess what? I just don't know. It is beyond measuring.